Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. I am Jessie Lezak, and we're going to be commenting on LinkedIn today. So I've been doing this a couple times now, and the point is to kill two birds with one stone because I try to post every day. And before I post, I try to make at least 10 comments. And after I post, I try to make at least 10 comments. So I figured going live is a LinkedIn post in itself with a long form video, and I can comment during the live. And then I'm not only like killing two birds with one stone, I'm kind of killing three because I'm also encouraging and showing my clients and other people in my network that comments are kind of where it's at right now. I know a lot of us like to just make posts, and I mean, we don't even really like to, but we are, not realizing that we can get impressions and even see our impressions on comments. Not only that, we can build trust with our audience in the comments of their post. That's right. They're spending a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of energy into creating content. So we can reward that content for them by engaging with it. And then when we engage with their content, our content will be more likely to end up on their feed. So go out, figure out who is your total addressable market, and start commenting on their posts. So today I'm just going to be looking through the feed on my LinkedIn as well as my notifications like you're seeing right now. And we'll be clicking on people who I want to comment on. I'll be reading their posts, the full posts like a human, not an AI bot, and showing people that, yeah, not everyone on LinkedIn is still, and everyone on LinkedIn, not everyone on LinkedIn is a bot. Okay, so I'm going to pull it up. Got it here. Hopefully you all are seeing my LinkedIn. I have it up on my big screen, so I'm looking up over here, but you should also see it on the side of the screen. But if you're here, let me know by leaving a comment and send me your post. If there's something that you want me to comment on, I would love to engage with it live if you send it my way. So it looks like on LinkedIn, at least, this might be another mobile only live stream. So I'm going to quickly optimize my screen for mobile. Where are you from? I am from Ohio, outside the Columbus, Ohio area. And that's in the USA for anyone who's outside. Where are all you from? Where are you tuning in from today? In the meantime, I'm just switching around my screen so that it's easier for you all to see it as well. Let's see. I didn't need that big black space on mobile. I wish on mobile, let's see. There we go. I could just put it like that. Then you can still like kind of see me. Watching from India, that's sweet. Where at in India? Fun fact, I've been to India. Wild. We went to a couple weddings out there. So I've been to New Delhi and uh, let's see, the second wedding was in South India, Chennai, but we also visited Goa, which was beautiful. Um, and like so many other places. There's just so many beautiful places in India. Anyway, love to know where you're tuning in from. But here we go. I am in the comments of, or in the notifications on my LinkedIn. I've been refreshing them. I click people's bells. So anyone whose bell I click will appear in my notifications. So I've already been going through some of those. I'm going to start the morning off big with a bang. I'm going into a big creators post, and that is Kim Perrell. It's good to engage with people with a lot of followers, as well as a lot of people with no followers or zero, like fewer followers. We don't always want to just be going after the Gary V's of the world, but we sure can. Hello, Sachin Suri. Thank you for being here. If you have a post you want me to comment on, I would be glad to. I am live commenting on posts, being a human in the feeds of LinkedIn. I am not a bot. And I'm encouraging people to start leaving more comments because that is where we're finding success. It helps your engagement, it helps your impressions. So let's get in it. So this is Kim Perrell's post, and she is a 9-time founder. And one of the things she's saying is, I know what it's been like to lose everything. I've been fired. I've been broke. I've been depressed. I've had times I was terrified, exhausted, and wanted to give up, but I didn't. I kept pushing forward and sold my last company for $235 million. No matter what setbacks you're currently facing, you can rise to the occasion, be resilient, and achieve success. Remember, failure is only final if you quit. So let's listen to her video.
My best. I've had more failures than I have had success. I've been rejected. I've been fired. I've been bankrupt. I've been broke. I've lost my best clients. I've lost my best. I've had more failures than I have had success. I've been rejected. I've been fired. I've been bankrupt. I've been broke. I've lost my best clients. I've lost my best employees. I didn't want to get out of bed in the morning, but failure does not make you a failure. Only quitting does. I've had more failures than I have had success. I've been rejected.
All right, so let's leave a comment. So I like to say, fail fast as you can, and don't be afraid of what other people think. Fear is what holds us back from achieving our goals. Yes. All right, Justin Walsh, we've got another big creator coming in here on the feed. Hello, Diana. Thank you for joining. Where are you tuning in from? We're doing some live commenting on LinkedIn. Justin says, every good thing I've built started with a slightly crazy belief in myself. Absolutely. And I am just getting some messages here on the side. So I'm going to share this live stream out and make sure that actually, I don't know, I may have, not sure what happened on, you're from Indonesia. Well, welcome, Diana. She's from Indonesia. We're getting some DMs coming up. I won't be opening DMs on the call today, but I am trying to share out this link with the people who are asking. So let's get back into it. All right, Justin Welsh. Every good thing I've built started with a slightly crazy belief in myself that some no-name state school salesperson could run revenue at a company doing $50 million. No, I don't speak that language. Sorry. That people would pay to read what I think. None of those thoughts were reasonable at one time. I had no evidence for any of them. That's the cool thing about confidence. You can't let it arrive after the proof. Caught me in the wild, outside of LinkedIn. Awesome. Thanks for being here. Where is everyone tuning in from today? I am making live comments, reading posts from my feed and notifications on LinkedIn to encourage more human commenting on LinkedIn. Yeah, Diana, like I am from the US. I don't speak any other languages. And so, yeah, I speak English, and I hope you can follow along. Excuse me. All right. None of those thoughts were reasonable at one time. I had no evidence for any of them. That's the cool thing about confidence. You can let it arrive after proof. You need it before, or you never start. You have to believe before it's earned, then act on it, and let the results catch up to the belief. Most people want a guarantee before they'll move, so they don't move. The ones who build anything bet on a version of themselves that doesn't quite exist yet. Then they grow into it. That unreasonable belief is how my one-person business crossed 15 million. This past year, I documented what separates the useful kind of delusion from the kind that just gets you heard. 250 plus of my own essays, dozens of voice memos, 10 interviews with people who bet on themselves and won, a 30-page field manual on building a real business without burning your life down to do it. No fake confidence, no manifesting nonsense, just the 7 capacities that turned an unreasonable bet into a real thing. All you need is a little delusion and audacity, and you can seriously do anything in this life. That's so true. That is so true, Justin. I like to put in the person's name. If you set your mind to something, you can absolutely achieve it. It might not be easy, but you will get there. All right, Justin.
If you run your business on high level and you're located anywhere around the Treasure Coast of Florida, this is for.
All right, we're going to start them over. Here we go.
If you run your business on high level and you're located anywhere around the Treasure Coast of Florida, this is for you. We just got approved to launch the first official high-level local chapter right here on the Treasure Coast. It's only the third local chapter in the entire state of Florida. Quick context, if you don't know about High Level, it's the platform that powers Earnworthy Amplify, as well as millions of other businesses. It's an all-in-one AI-powered CRM. Our first meetup is going to be July 30th, 6 p.m. in Port St. Lucie. High Level is even flying in members of their corporate team to. If you run your business on high level and you're located anywhere around the Treasure Coast of Florida, this is for you. We just got approved to launch the first official high-level local chapter right here on the Treasure Coast. It's only the third local chapter in the entire state of Florida. Quick context, if you don't know about High Level, it's the platform that powers Earnworthy Amplify, as well as millions of other businesses. It's an all-in-one AI-powered CRM. Our first meetup is going to be July 30th, 6 p.m. in Port St. Lucie. High Level is even flying in members of their corporate team to be there for this inaugural event. So don't miss it. It's free. You can RSVP via the link in my bio. Come learn more about High Level, learn how to get more value out of the platform, and get your questions answered. We'll see you there.
Okay, awesome. Well, that probably came up in my feed because I use High Level here at Reviting. We use High Level for our clients. We've white labeled it.
If you run your business on high level and you're located.
Watch it again. Let's see. So he is a marketing consultant, AI nerd. Big news. We got approved to start an official High Level local chapter here on the Treasure Coast. We're hosting the first meetup. Oh, wow. I'll just say that's so cool. We love High Level. There's always these two here at Reviting. We would totally go if we were out there. Okay, so we've got, can you please speak my name? Okay, your name on your handle is Diana. So I'm going to say Diana. And I'm wondering why someone with the name in the comment is under Diana's account. So person on YouTube with the name Diana, I'm getting a little bit weird by your stuff here. All right, so we've commented on this post and I'm going to keep it moving. Let's see, LinkedIn news. So we've got Apple's price hikes reflect AI era's growing price tag. U.S. auto market projected to decline. I don't think anything here. This might be relevant to one of my clients, so maybe I'll read it. Comcast to spin off NBC Universal and tech media split. Comcast is splitting in two. The cable and internet giant announced on Monday that it will split off NBC Universal and Sky from its cable and technology division to form two publicly traded companies. That's interesting. Okay, so your name is Diana. Awesome. Okay, so this is not what I was thinking it would be. Let's get back to the feed. That's so funny. Is she on the live commenting this? Let's check it out. Yep, so this is the live. I'm live, like looking at the live. We've got some comments on the live. I don't know why DeLuca's comment didn't come up in StreamYard, so I can't put it on the screen. or Delika. But what it says, and might be her privacy settings. So if you're watching Delika, I can't pull your comment. See how I'm able to pull these YouTube comments up on the screen like that. Here's an example of how I can pull comments up. But I am sharing the screen. So here it is. It says, love it. But how much time a person has to spend in this platform scrolling to comment is not something a business founder can keep up doing. I'm honestly not happy about this platform. That's a rule. I mean, it's not a rule per se. Let's see. Did the comment finally come in? No, I'm just getting stuff from YouTube here. It's not a rule, and I'll reply to this. If your event still shows live after the broadcast ends, refresh the page. Okay. Thanks for your comment. You don't have to spend too much time. Oh, we got an error. I don't know what's going on there. We'll do a little reload. Maybe it didn't like that I was like sharing the live, but how does it? We'll just try that again. Here we go. Getting back up to the live. I wanted to comment on Delika. Delika, are you still here? Okay, so someone's talking about how do we tie this into business results? So here's how we do it. So we spend a lot of time creating content, right? Well, so does our market. So do the people who buy from us or who may buy from us one day. So the goal of commenting is trust building. We're getting to know people. Also, people are spending all this time creating their content, so you're making your audience feel seen and heard. And, yes, it's still good to continue to put out content as well. So if you're commenting on your audience posts, then your content will be more likely to land on their feed. So, everything in business is a give and a take. Give, and then take a little bit. And commenting works the same. So if you want people to engage on your stuff, you want people to get to know you. Also, I would say a goal is always a sales call. So when you're in the comments, if you get someone engaging with you and you can get it to the DMs, just say, hey, I'm going to send you a quick DM in the comment. Get them to the DM. And once they're in the DM, get them on a booked call as soon as possible. A warm DM is 100 times better than a cold DM. So commenting does lead to business results if your goal is to book more calls and to build trust with your audience, which I think most business owners do want to do. Still would love to hear your thoughts on this. I'm going to reply to Delika, whether LinkedIn's going to let me or StreamYard's going to let me or not. So I'll say, Delika, thank you for your comment. First, let's just get that out. Make sure it's going to work. Woo! Awesome. Let's see. What is the timestamp where I just explained all of that? This, you can build trust with your audience in the comments of their post. You can also greet them with a comment, move it to a warm DM as opposed to a cold DM, and then book the sales call from the DM. Boom. All right. So good stuff. Good stuff. I'm going to go back to my notifications here. See, what do we have? What do we have? Why aren't my notifications coming up? Oh, there we go. So Jessica D. Winder, let's see what she's saying. Every time a company asks, what's your salary expectation? I have one question back. What's yours, boo? You created the role, you approved the budget, you know the pay band, so why am I doing the guessing? If the goal is to hire the best person, lead with the facts. If the goal is to see who will accept the least, just say that. It'll save everyone a lot of time. That's a great way to think about it. And that's what I'm saying. That's a great way to think about it. There's another Justin Welsh post. We'll just leave that one a little like as we're scrolling. This is a promoted post, so I'm just going to pass by the promoted post today. When D2C brands near 10 million, start thinking about a CMO. My spidey sense starts tingling. It makes sense on paper. You're growing. You need a senior leadership. The CMO title signals seriousness. But a CMO who built their experience running a $500 million brand is going to struggle in a business that's still figuring out its Klaviyo segmentation. Amen to that. What the business needs is a conductor, someone who can sit between the agency and the internal team, make sure creative briefs are flowing, ensure that's what's working in organic, is informing what's happening in paid, and own the revenue line on Spotify. That's a director of e-commerce. That's a head of online sales. That title doesn't sound as impressive as CMO, but it's the role that actually moves the business at this stage. You hire for where the business is, not where you want it to be. The right hire at the wrong stage is just as expensive as the wrong hire. Yes, that is also so very true. I'll just say that's so very true. Many companies that are hiring C-suite individuals do not need to be doing so. Okay, awesome. Now I'm just going to go to my feed and do a little bit of scrolling here. Let me just check out these notifications really quick. Okay, we're just getting likes on this live stream. Here we go. Olena Bomko, she's one of my faves. LinkedIn is a professional platform, but your most engaging posts will be selfies, weddings, babies, awards, dogs, cats, and posts where you should comment, guide, or Claude. Your least engaging posts are useful and practical posts. You spent 10 plus hours creating them and are packed with years of experience, but nobody cares. 2 people will see them in 3 weeks, maybe. Yeah. You know what, Olena? You are so right. People like the, let's just say, how do we call, what are those, the human posts? People like, I'll just say, the thing is, though, is that the right people will appreciate the post with the effort. Quality over quantity is really important, and many people is really important as well. Being able to reach the right people requires that we speak to some and not all. And then I'll say, P.S. This comment was written live on LinkedIn while scrolling the feed. Smiley face. Okay. Another promoted post. I'm going to keep it moving. And then I'm going to be getting into some more posts, but I will take a quick break and be back right after this.
At Reviting, we help B2B founders, executives, brands turn their live streaming into a real revenue channel. One live stream turns into a podcast. It turns into a social clip. It turns into email content like a newsletter and actual sales conversations. You get to have a lot of conversations with people when you have a podcast or a live stream like this. And if you want to be known, trusted, and remembered in your industry without being online 24/7, worrying about your posting, This is what we do. Just head on over to Reviting.com and let's build your show.
I want to give a quick testimonial for the Reviting team. I was really nervous about doing lives. They very much have helped me increase my reach and online presence. So thank you, Reviting.
I love what you and the team do. I've been picking up 50 followers a day just because that content is resonating so well. It's working across a lot of different channels for me.
One of the problems that we struggle with is getting our brand out there. Her team have been able to do for us is the idea of going live on LinkedIn and using that platform to its fullest extent through the way they're able to take the live event and break it down into bite-sized posts, video clips, as well as the content within the posts themselves.
You gotta love a good Reviting ad. At least I do. Okay, thank you to our clients who said that. Let's get back into some quick comments here. How much of what reaches you is the truth, and how much is the version people think you want to hear? The higher you rise, the more that questions matter. Wait. Here we go. And the harder it is to get answer to, the harder it gets to answer. Seniority, see, there's an error there, which tells me she's a human. It's not a bot writing this. And it looks like we can't see your face. I know it's a mobile version, so I'm like, over here, hello. I want to show the post. Can you guys read the words on the post? Maybe I should just go like that. So I'm reading Elif's post, and what she's basically getting to is, well, let's get back into it. We'll just keep reading. How much of what reaches you is the truth, and how much is the version people think you want to hear? The higher you rise, the more that question matters, and the harder it gets to answer. Seniority comes with a quiet text nobody warns you about. The information that reads you gets filtered. Bad news arrives, soften or late, or not at all. Disagreement goes quiet. People round the edges off what they tell you, often without realizing it. So the job changes. Early on, you are rewarded for answers. Higher up, you decide on information already incomplete by the time it reaches you. The only way to lead well is to go looking for the truth that is not volunteered. That means asking the questions you may not enjoy answering. Where is this plan weak? What am I getting wrong? Then staying quiet long enough to hear it, instead of filling the silence with the version you were hoping for. I learned this slowly. As an engineer, I was trained to pattern match fast and move to the solution. It took me until the back half of my career to see that the story I used to fill the gap was often wrong. I was predicting, not listening. Okay. I like how she's ending the post in a question. I'm going to jump to the question. P.S. What question have you been avoiding because you suspect you will not like the answer? Oof, duh. If you're here listening and you're in on this post that I was just reading out loud, would love to know your thoughts here. And also, if you're here, let me know you're here by leaving a comment and letting us know where you're tuning in from. But yeah, I think she did a really great job on this post because she started off with a question. How much of what reaches you is the truth, and how much is the version people think you want to hear? And she ends it with a question, which is, what question have you been avoiding because you suspect you will not like the answer? Which makes it easier for someone to comment. So now I am going to write a comment. Let's go down and see. Whoops. Here we go. She's got 6 other comments here. Let's read some of them. One question I have started asking myself more often is, who can tell me I'm wrong without worrying about the consequence? If the answer is no one, the problem is not the people, it's the environment. Ooh. The statement is everything. The only way to lead well is to go looking for the truth that is not volunteered. Far too often, when we've spent years being rewarded for pattern matching and problem solving, it's hard to sit in the silence of a question, to listen deeply to what is not said, But in most cases, that's where the most important answers live and what goes unsaid. Ooh, I'm liking some of these comments. So what are my thoughts on this? Here's what I'm going to say. Great questions. I think her name was Alif. Go back and check. She's a second connection, so I might be able to connect with her after leaving this comment, because now she'll recognize my name because I'm leaving a comment. So I'm saying, great question. And I'm going to delete the other things. You know, I'm human. I'll say the questions we avoid usually tell us the most. Funny how our discomfort is often pointing straight at the growth we need. All right. So, I mean, that is all for today. That's all I was going to really do. I'm just leaving some comments and yeah. So, you know, I think I finished it. And my post is out because now I've gone live. So this is my long form video that's out on LinkedIn. And I left some comments on some posts. And I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep showing up. Seems like Mondays and Fridays are the days that I make it happen. But I don't really have like a consistent schedule. It's not like my show Wednesday or anything. I'm just keeping it pretty relaxed. But thank you for those who tuned in. Today was the first time I did this also on other platforms outside of LinkedIn. So today I was live on LinkedIn, YouTube, X, and Instagram. So if you joined in, thank you so much for being here. And I will see you all later.